To the studio. Hello, everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome. Of course, this is the Question Live Show with your host, Verona Willis-Brown. Welcome, welcome, one and all. It is Thanksgiving Thursday. Yes, it is Thanksgiving Thursday. And we are here again on another episode of the Question Live Show. Hope everybody's doing well. Of course, I look so pretty. Oh, goddess. Hope everybody's doing well and everybody is popping and giving thanks because it is Thankful Thursday. So thank you all for tuning in. So you know what we do on Thursday. We show up. Yes, we do. We show up and we show out on this show. Yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You know how this goes. If you are tuning in for the very first time, let us know that you're tuning in for the very first time by typing your name right there where it says comment section and said first timer. because first timers, they get special welcome. Ah, yes. But if this is not your first time, welcome back. Welcome back to the Question Live Show, where we are going to roll into some stuff tonight. Yes, we are. We are going to go into the alphabet with the letter P. Yes, we are. But before we get into all of that, listen. This is a show where if you have work, if you have a story, if you have a book, you have work in progress, you bring it right here. When you bring it right here, we work together, we grow together, but most of all, we support each other. Absolutely. This platform is about supporting each other so we could grow, and be successful, because no one can be successful by themselves. So we need each other. Together we will grow. Together we are stronger. Together we are more powerful. So yes. So listen. If this is not your first time, you know the rules. We have 1, 2, 3, maybe 3.5 or 4 rules here. Yes, there are little rules here. What is the first rule we have? Well, if you are listening to me right now in this minute and you see my little goddess look today, yes, if you are looking directly at me, if you are listening to me and you are seeing that word right there in the red rectangle that says live, simply mean you. Yes, you are in the live audience. And if you don't see that little sign that says live, you're going to be watching the replay. So if you are seeing the live right there, simply mean you're right here with me. Yes. So what do we do when we're seeing live? We look for the share button somewhere and we click it. And when we click it, we are sending it off to someone. We are sharing it over there and we are inviting somebody else to come on into the room. Come on in. Now, when you share the live is basically saying you're sharing fresh food, fresh, coming out of the oven, coming off the stove. You're sharing fresh food, right? Why would you not want to share fresh food? I mean, some leftovers do taste good, yes. But it's nothing like fresh food. Your mama serve you a plate of fresh food, you want to share it, yes. So you click the share button, you send it off, and you invite someone else to come on in the room. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2, what is it? You grab yourself something to write, whether it is a pen, a pencil, a marker, a crayon, I don't know, maybe a feather, maybe some paint. Dip the feather in the paint and write with it. Yes, write with it. Now, if you don't have no such thing, please be aware that you can use your devices. Absolutely. Use your devices, because inside of your devices, there is something called a notepad section. When you go in there, you write your little notes in there. And once you do that, it will be right there looking back at you. Now, if you don't have that in your devices, you text yourself. Text yourself something. What am I telling you to write down? What am I telling you to text yourself? What am I saying to you? I am saying here we drop juicy contents and golden nuggets. And once we drop them here, I encourage you to write them down. Yes, write them down, because when you write things down, you literally take things out of your mind, out of your thoughts, and you're writing them down and they become reality. Yes, reality. Now, what is it? You need a notebook. You need a piece of paper. You need to have your hand middle. You need to have the back of your hand somewhere. Write them down. Very important. Very important. Write them down. So that's rule number 2. What is rule number 3? Yes, Rule number 3 is grab. Yes. Grab yourself something to drink. I do have my fancy glass. Maybe you don't have a fancy glass. Maybe you have a cup, whatever it is. I do have my fancy glass. I show up with my fancy glass every single time. Of course, a goddess do need a fancy glass. Now, get something to drink. I don't know what is it that you drink. Maybe it is water, wine, tea, juice, soda. Maybe a popsicle for those who are sipping something in the warmth. Maybe that. But whatever is it that you are drinking, that is fine. That is fine. Please put it what you're drinking. But whatever you're drinking, just make sure that you're quenching your thirst. Quench your thirst on my behalf, as well as hydrate your body. Now, inside of my glass is coconut water. I see someone say that they're in Jamaica and they might be having the real coconut water out there, but guess what? Until then, I have just a can of coconut water right here. But inside of my glass is coconut water. But let me tell you something. Even though it's coconut water in there, I believe in miracle. And Jesus is the greatest miracle worker. And he turned water into wine. So inside of my glass, if you've been here, you might know that I think my water did turn into wine already. So if you've been here, you should know. If this is your first time, then you don't know what happened to my water. So I believe in miracle. Yes, I do. So with that said, let me know what is it that you are drinking, because I'll be doing all the talking. So please drink on my behalf. So let me know what is it that you are drinking. Type in the comment section, what is it that you are drinking, so we can cheers and sip together. Yes. So no, that's like 3.5, 4 rules, whatever it is, don't matter. The point is, those are rules that we have here. Next one. If you need to use the bathroom, whether it is that way or that way, go now. Yes, go now. And when you go, you come back and reserve your seat is reserved right here. Come back to your seat, sit down, relax, and then, of course, I am going to be talking. You go. I hope there's no line to your bathroom. Just go. Whichever way your bathroom is, that way or that way, go. And for those of you who don't need to use the bathroom, then you sit in your seat and your seat is reserved. Now, in the seat of life, it is your seat. Your seat is stamped in this life. So you will not give up your seat to no one. No, it might be a delay for you to sit on there, but it is your seat. Your name is stamped onto that seat, and that is yours. So if you don't need to use the bathroom and your seat is reserved and your seat is there and you're sitting nicely and you have your drink, and you're ready, now type in the comment section that you are ready. As you put in the comment section, like Theta did, what is it that you are drinking, so we can roll into tonight's episode, where we are brought to you by the letter P. Yes, that is the letter we will be talking about tonight. So let me know that you are ready. And if you are ready, then we are ready to roll into tonight's episode of the Question Live Show. You are ready? I am ready. Yes, ready. Let's roll right into tonight's episode. Now, what are we talking about? Crystal light. You're having crystal light. Well, guess what? Before we do that, this used to call crystal, well, not my coconut water. So I'm not sure if Cheryl is drinking crystal punch or the real crystal light, because, this is called, not my water. My water turned into wine. Water. Another name for water is crystal punch. Yes. Well, listen, look at that. We are going to be talking about the letter P and P for Paulette. And then I saw another P, P for, there's another P in the house. Dr. Patience. Woo, we got 2 P's in the audience. Excellent, because we are going to be talking about P. And the first P that we are going to be talking about is, now listen, before we talk about anything, I just want to let you know, I don't want to do all the talking tonight. So you got to be involved. Be involved. You might be hearing all my talking, but be involved. Yes, P for patience. Look at, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Boy, oh boy. P. And that is so funny because Dr. Patience was the very first one that came into the, I don't know, what happened? Yes, Dr. Patience was the first one in the audience. She grabbed her seat and she was up front. She's like, hello, I am here. I am present. So guess what is the first word on my list? Patience. Oh, it's not a coincidence. No, it's not. It is not a coincidence. It is divine order. So she was here on time. So we have P. So drop in your P. She had another P up in there, Patrick, and P for present. Let's talk about the first word. The first word that we have here is P for patience. Patience. We hear this over and over and over. Have patience, have patience, have patience. But what does that even stand for? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Have patience. It's saying that have patience. What does it mean? It means for you to sit and wait a while. Wait for something. Have expectancy for something. You're hoping to get something. You're hoping to achieve something. That is what it is standing for. P. You're expecting this. You're expecting that. So have patience. So many people don't want to have patience. So many people sit there and so many, it's taking too long. It's taking too long. That is taking too long. No. Patience is you maneuvering time. You understanding what time is. You knowing that time is of the essence. You know that God himself is time. And time is perfect. So can you rush time? No. You cannot rush time. No way, no how. You don't have the power to rush time. So let time weigh itself out. Let time sit there and you develop what is called patience. It is the key to achieve success. It is the key to achieve all your goals. It is the key. It is the key to everything that you're going after. So why not sit and wait? Why not sit with expecting the greatest thing by sitting and waiting? Can you move time? No. Can you shift time? No. Sit and wait for God. Sit and let God maneuver time on your behalf. Sit and let God say, I got things under control. When you have patience, it allows you to allow God to take care of you. God, I heard you, and I'm going to sit still. So that is the first word tonight, patience. Sit still and let God take over. Sit still and let God move on your behalf. Sit still. Just sit still. You might be doing a little bit, but don't try to maneuver time on your own. God is time. So that's our very first word. The second word is, and I have a couple words here, but I don't see nobody put in the word that I have here, but we're going with the words that you're putting up. And the next word that I see here, the next word that I see popping up here, well, Patrick, well, I do know a Patrick. I know a couple of Patricks, yes. As a matter of fact, I did have a Patrick on my show. That's not the patient putting Patrick. Next word, I do have this word here, present. Present. That is a very key word. It's a key word that we have to think about what it is to be present. What it is to be present. It simply means that you are in your moment. You're in this moment. You are in now. You're not in tomorrow, and you're not into yesterday. You are right now, this very moment that you're breathing. You are present in this very moment. Your mind, your mentality is right here. You're sucking in this, knowing that no other time is guaranteed, because actually no other time is guaranteed. You are in now. So you are present. So that is the next word, present. Be present with yourself. Be present with your breathing. Be present with God. Go into his presence and just be present there. Acknowledge his presence. Just be there. I remember growing up in school and they call your name and you're in class and they take in attendance and they call your name. Present. Present. As soon as they call your name, present. Yes, because you are acknowledging that you are there. Acknowledge that you're here. Acknowledge that. I acknowledge that you are present. All of you that show up here tonight, I acknowledge you're present, that you are present tonight. So present is the next word. Let's go to the next word. The next word is prior. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now let's talk about prayer. Prayer, get your mentality into this place of prayer. Prayer is not just you going on your knees, you crossing your hand, you bowing your head, all of this. No. Prayer is a conversation that you're holding with you and the Creator, you and God having an effective conversation. That's what prayer is about. Prayer is not just you just go into a posture, one posture all the time. You're holding a conversation. That's what prayer is. When you hold a conversation with God, God is listening. God created us to talk to him. And that's what prayer is. Prayer is talking. You don't have to like, oh, holy and holy, holy of the holy. No. It's like me talking to you. It's like me saying, Dr. Patient, welcome. It's the same thing. You go back to God and say, God, this. You talk to God because God is your friend. He is your friend, and you want you to have a friendly conversation with him. A friendly conversation equals to prayer. Let us retrain our brain. Let us retrain our mind in the way we have prayer restricted in a certain way. That is not how prayer is. Prayer is you're talking. You're all in communication, all in communion with God. That is what prayer is. So let us acknowledge this and just change our mentality of how we were taught to pray. It's not one. Oh. As a matter of fact, this is not prayer. Well, it's kind of a prayer, but it's this closed-minded prayer. When you clasp your hand like this, it is closing what you are asking for. This is where you pray. You open your hand and you're asking for something. You go to God and you're asking, Lord, I am asking you for something. How can I ask God and receive something like this? You are not receiving anything in this position. This is another P word, position. Position yourself not to ask for anything from God like this. You are not receiving. When you're asking, you expect to receive something. Therefore, Lord, you open your hand, you lift your hand up, you open to receive. Now, if I'm handing you something, if you ask me for maybe my glass, maybe my pencil, my pen, maybe something. If you ask me for something, you cannot ask and expect to get it by your hand clasped like this. Ask like this so you can receive. So that's prayer. Let's go to the next word. Dr. Patience, the Patricia. Right. Yes, I do know Patricia. Yes, I do know some Patricia. P is for Patricia. Yes, I do know a Patricia. Yes. Next word we have from Theta. Peace. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let us change our mindset. Let us change our mentality of how we're seeing peace. Peace starts from within you. It's an individual thing. It's an individual thing. When we go from inside of ourselves, we evaluate our inside. How is it feeling? How is it going? How is it growing? How is it flowing from our inside, from our heart, from our belly? How is it feeling? Is it settled? That's what peace is. Peace is settled. Peace from the mind, peace from your heart. It is settled. If your mind is not settled and you have a form of instability, simply mean you are not at peace. Now, when you're not at peace, you're angry, you're envious, you're covetous, you're malice, you keep angry, all of this, you are not at peace. You're not at peace. So when you're not at peace, it's for you to stop and check yourself. Check your mind, check your heart. Your heart and your mind, the whole conversation, all the time. All the time. Check the status of your heart. Check the status of your mind. Absolutely. Georgia, perfect. Perfect. Perfect is another word. P is for perfect. God is perfect. Right now is perfect. Time is perfect. You, yes, you, Georgia, is perfect. Yes, you, Theta, is perfect. Yes, you, Dr. Patient, is perfect. Yes, you, Cheryl, is perfect. Yes, you, Paulette, is perfect. Yes, you, Sharon, is perfect. You are perfect. Why would I say that? It is not a cocky thing. It is not that you're overconfident. It is the fact that you are in the image of God. And God is perfect. And if you are in the image of God, you are in the shadow of God. Simply means you are perfect. Right now is a perfect time. This very moment is a perfect time. That is the one reason why you are here. You are in perfect timing. Not that on time, in time. No. Right now is a perfect timing for perfect you. Your being is perfect. Your entire being is perfect. So perfect is a perfect word. Absolutely. It is a perfect word. So let us think of right now in this present, because if I go back to the word present, it is a present time that you're in, and it is perfect. Wherever you are right now, it's the perfect place. Another P word. It is perfect. Prudence. Whew! Let us jump in it. Dr. Patience is, I think because Dr. Patience's name starts with a P, she's just rolling with the P's here tonight. She's just jumping right on in there. Let us learn how to be prudent. It is very important that we know this. And P is very important because I'm going to pick, there's a word, I don't see nobody put up my word yet, but I'm going to work with y'all. I'm going to see if y'all got the words that I have listed here, except for patience. I see patience right here. I don't see no one putting up the words that I have listed, but I'm going to go down the list. I'm going still. Yep. Yes. So let us go into the other word. The other word is purpose. I talk about this over and over and over and over again. Purpose. You have a purpose. Each and every one of you, each and every one of us that got created, every creature on this land have a purpose. From the smallest ant to the biggest creature have a purpose. Our job, our responsibility is to fulfill our purpose. Let us work hard to fulfill our purpose. Let us not go unfulfilled. Let us go with a fulfilled purpose. If we don't know what is our purpose, every day, every opportunity that we get is for us to seek and find. Seek and find what is it. Ask God. Go into the presence of God and ask him. And again, ask him by having a communication, which we call prayer, and ask him, Lord, help me to find what's my purpose. Help me to define my purpose. Help me to know what it is so I can utilize it, so I can make use of it. Yes. So we can make use of it and share our purpose so we can grow, so we can support each other. My purpose can help Georgia's purpose ignite so we can have a stronger support system. We can have more successful people. People is another thing. People. How can we have a successful set of people if we don't align our purpose together? We need to align our purpose together so we can grow. Yes, grow. Next word, perseverance. Woo-wee. Nobody wants to persevere. Perseverance is one of the key for your success. It's one of the key to fulfill your purpose. It is one of the key. You're going through a trial, persevere through it. Push through it. Stand in it. Pray through it. Well, push is another word. Pray through it. Don't give up. That's what it's saying to you. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your passion. Don't give up on your purpose. Don't give up on God. That is basically what perseverance is saying to you. Do not give up. All right, good. Next word we have, I think that's pretty, yes. That is pretty. Pretty, yes, pretty. You must define how pretty you are. God created all of us beautiful. All creatures, great and small, are beautiful. But pretty is the outer appearance. Yes, the outer appearance is defined as pretty. Now, how do you look in the mirror at yourself? How do you dress yourself is how you will define how pretty you are. Have you ever seen a baby and like, oh, you're so pretty? Some babies are not pretty. I'm just saying. It's your outer appearance that defines pretty. Now, beauty is a different word because beauty is from your inside. So you're pretty, all that little prettiness is from the outer appearance. So now you look in the mirror, you tell yourself, I am pretty. You must validate how pretty you are. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. Next word we have, perseverance. We did perseverance already. Absolutely. You can pray anytime and anywhere. Anytime, anywhere, in any room you have in your house, while you're cooking, while you're working, while you're walking, while you're going to work, while you're going to school, wherever you're going, whatever you're doing, you can pray because it is a common conversation that you are having. You're going for the bus, you're going for the train, you're going in your car, you're waking. The moment you wake up, well, you don't wake yourself up, or the clock did not wake you up. The moment God woke you up and the moment you are in your state of consciousness, that is the moment you're supposed to be having a conversation. Yes, thank you. So anytime, anywhere. Next word we have position. Position yourself. Did we go over position already? I think we went, but never mind. Position yourself of how your mentality is set up. Gear your mentality in the position, an upright position. See, sit upright. Upright position. An upright position, a positive position, a position where you're thinking positively against not only somebody, but against yourself. Sit in the right position in life. Sit in the right position, the upright position. Hold your shoulder up, brace yourself back. Yes, that's right. You sit like that. Not only physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Sit in the right position. In the position where you will magnetize that which you deserve. Magnetize that which you desire. If you're not in the right position, then hey, it might just go right over your head. Make sure that your mentality is in the right position. Absolutely. You close it to protect what you receive. What are you closing, Dr. Patient? You're closing your space? Or you adding the word protect? Protect. Okay, protect. Yes, protect your space. Protect your space. Mentally and physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, socially. Protect your space. Very important. Very, very important. Do you want intruder in your space? No. You are protecting your space. Build a bodyguard with prayer. Bodyguard. Shield your space. Shield your space with prayer. Shield your mind with prayer. Shield your finance with prayer. No matter what you do, we're going to go back to the word prayer. Shield your space. Protect your space is the word. Protect your space mentally of what you are watching, what you're listening to, what you're entertaining. Protect your space mentally. Whatever you put in your mind, it will affect your body. It will affect your entire space. Protect your space. New word is provider. You know, oftentimes we're like, Lord, can you please provide? I'm going to encourage you to say, Lord, you are my provider. Yes, He is our provider. He is our provider. So when we are going to Him in prayer, we must acknowledge this. We must be specific. Lord, you are my provider. He provides not only what is in front of you right now, He provides a new day, your breath, the common breath that you're breathing. He provides that. He's the greatest provider. And He provides for you a brand new day, a brand new opportunity. And what is it that I would encourage you not to do? Don't take it for granted. No. He provided for you to be here. Yes. He provided this platform for you to be here. He provided for you to see who is in the audience as you're saying hi to each other. He provides this moment, this present moment for you. God is your provider. Never ever doubt that. No matter what is it that you need, He will provide. By His perfect timing, He will provide just that which you need. Don't be afraid to ask. Ask Him. Why would I say that? He woke you up. And if He woke you up, He's responsible for you. Anyone that is responsible for you, yeah, that is exactly who you should go to. Your parents are responsible for you. You got to depend on them. God is responsible for you. You go back to Him. Absolutely. He is the greatest provider. Perfume. Spritz, spritz, spritz. Spritz on some good perfume, but don't make it loud. Perfume is supposed to be so intimate. Let me tell you, and Tina put that word in there, perfume. Perfume is an intimate thing. Please don't put on your perfume that when you're gone, yes, today, I'm still smelling your perfume. Anybody know about that? Please. You could be online and I'm smelling your perfume. Too loud. Perfume should not be loud. Perfume is an intimate, right here. It's supposed to be right here. Yes. Smell good. Like the perfume that you're spritzing on and smell good. Take a shower, smell good, spritz, spritz, spritz. And it's an intimate thing. It's an intimate item. So please don't let perfume be loud. I don't want to smell perfume over this platform. Next word, Paulette says, productive. No, I still don't say that word. Productive. Oh, yes. Each moment that we get, we supposed to be producing something. Be productive for each moment that is given to you. Don't just sit back. Don't just sip your tea or your wine or your water that turned into wine. Don't sit back. I would like to encourage you to get each moment and produce something. You don't got to produce something big. Produce something small. And each time you produce something small, celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself, but be productive each day. Well, each moment, because your moment adds up to each day. If you finish an entire day that God allow you to stretch out the entire day and it was not productive, check your mentality. Check your mindset of why it was not a productive day. Every day should be a productive day. Every day. Excellent. Next word. Ooh-wee. I think this is, Paul got another word that's on my list. You got prosperous, but I got prosperity. How do you define prosperity? How do you define being prosperous? Prosperity is not about you having all the materialistic things. It is a mindset. It is how your mind is driven into something. It is how you're driving your mind. It is how you're elevating yourself. It is how you're rising up. Prosperity is rising up to a place to form, to fit, to align into your destiny, into your purpose, into your passion. You know, you can just go in a place of prosperity, yet your mindset is not aligning there. You have all the things in the world that say, I am prosperous, I'm a prosperous person, but your mindset is not there. You want to align yourself as you go along. You want to align yourself. Let everything line up so you can be in that mentality where you're whole. Sometimes people get to this point, but they're at this point. you're unbalanced. So prosperity is a solid word that we must shift our mindset if we are driving ourselves to an intention and we're taking action to match our intention to achieve our goals. We must have the mindset that we will prosper as we are productive. We must have that mindset, have that drive to be prosperous. Who said prosperous? Okay, we just did prosperous. Excellent. That means you're thinking on the level of a prosperous person. Prosperity. Personality. Yes, this is a good one as well. No, I don't have that on my list. Personality. I pause on this word because I would like for everyone to take this word into consideration. The word personality is basically saying personalize, person. You see the word person in front? Person. What is a person? A person is an individual being. You, Georgia, is a person. I, Verona, is a person. Dr. Patient is a person. Paula is a person. Each one of us is a person. And that's where that word personality got driven from. Person. It is saying that you are your unique self. You show up as your unique self. You don't show up as nobody else. You show up uniquely in yourself, in your skin, comfortable in your skin. You don't go out there and try to be Dr. Patient because you're not Dr. Patient. You are your own person. Dr. Patient might inspire you, yes, but you are not her. Be your own person. Of course, I am my own person. So I show up because this is my personality, to show up and be me. Be you. Who are you? If you don't know who you are, it is another moment for you to take time to seek to find out who you are. You are not going to be a pretender. Here goes another word. Pretender. Do not pretend to be somebody else. Do not pretend. When you have your own personality, that is where you unleash your authentic self. You show up as your authentic self, because when you show up as your authentic self, no one can be you. It is only you. Each person got their own DNA. Whether you are a twin, triplet, quadruplet, five, whatever five is, multiple births, came from the same womb, you did not born at the same time. You don't have the same DNA. You don't have the same fingerprint. You don't have the same eye. No, everyone got their own DNA, and that is your personality that should come out and be you. Be yourself. Go at your own pace. When you have your personality, you don't got to compete. You don't compete, and you don't compare yourself with anybody else. When somebody's going at a fast pace and you are that person that go at a slow pace, go at your slow pace. You don't have to go at the same pace as Theta. You don't got to go at the same pace as Sharon. You don't got to go at the same pace as Paulette. No, because that is not you. Everybody's mindset is not in that place to go at the same speed. I go fast. You go slow until you achieve that which you are going after. Go learn. Go and learn. Go and learn. Sometimes when we try to be somebody else, we overwhelm ourselves. We overwhelm. And then we crash. We crash. Please, I encourage you to be your own person. Define your personality. Let your personality be unique. Your personality be like me. I wear 2 different earrings all the time. That is Verona. Yes, all the time. Somebody might try wearing 2 different earrings. then that might not be them. They might like, oh, I like to wear two different earrings too. No, maybe that's not their personality. But this is me. I wear two different earrings all the time. That's my personality. To be different. Uniquely me. Yes. Next word. Proactive. Proactive. I like the word proactive. The reason why I like that word proactive, because mothers, and I'm going to throw this word to mothers, because mothers tend to be proactive. Doing this, you're cooking, the baby's on your shoulder, the baby's on your back, the baby is locked up to your bosom, the baby on your leg, the baby's this, the baby's crying. You're cooking, you're serving your husband, you're this, you're doing all sort of things. Proactive. But you want to set your mind into a place to say, I am going to do this first. It's called boundaries. Set some form of, not boundary, set some form of structure. But be proactive in all that you set out to do. For you to be productive, you need to be proactive, because you must know what is it that you're going to produce. Yes. You're doing very well, audience. I am very proud of every one of you here. I am so proud of all of you that's coming here tonight and giving all these words. Yes. Next word. Next word we have pure. A pure mind and a pure heart. Pure hands. Simple. It's an equation. Pure mind, pure heart, pure hands. Whatever your mind is saying, it is trickling down to your heart, and you're going to do it. So make sure that your mentality is of pureness. Your heart is of pureness, and whatever you do is of pureness. Don't have no ultimate motive behind it. If you're going to do something for someone, do it with a pure heart. Sometimes we do things and we expect something back. Sometimes you don't got to get anything back. If you're doing it with a pure heart, you're showing up in the right position with a pure heart, just do it. As Nike says, just do it. Do it. Make sure, check yourself at the door that your mentality is pure. Proceed. Proceed into be productive. Start. That's what proceed means. Start. Make a start. Everything in life is a start. To walk is the first step. It's taking the first step. You're taking a step by step. You're going, making a step. First step defines the rest of the steps. If you take 2 steps back, it's going to define that step. If you take 2 steps forward, it's going to define that. Your steps must be ordered, firstly, by the Lord. I used to sing the song, Order My Steps in Your Way. Order my steps. That is it. When you are proceeding, you're making the first step. Whether you are driving, walking, talking, thinking, looking, smelling, whatever senses you're using, again, your mentality, how you proceed, the thoughts that in your head, it will define how productive you are, how your position is, how precious you are, how pure you are. Make sure the mind, the mentality, your consciousness is proceeding in the right position. Position yourself to proceed, to start something in the right and positive position. Yes, pace. Pace, I think we went over pace. You want to sit there and go at your own pace. Do not race time. You cannot race time. You are not the one responsible for time. You're only going to work with the time that you have. Stretch it. God will stretch it for you, or He will hold it back. Work with the time that you have. Work with time. Work with time with your own pace, at your own pace. I still don't see the word that I'm looking for, but I'm going to get to it. Friend, welcome, welcome. P for process. Everything is a process. Every single thing is a process. If you are going to cook, it's a process. If you're going into a relationship, it's a process. If you are going to produce something, it's a process. Everything that in life is a process. Even having a baby is a process, because you got to go through the process. So put the baby together. You know what I'm saying? It is a process. Know the process. Don't jump over steps. Process simply means there are steps to be taken. Take your step. Go again. Proceed. Go again at your pace. Do not rush to say, oh, maybe she's doing that. Or maybe he's doing that. Oh, I should do that. It is a process. Maybe my process is different from your process. Maybe my process is instant. Maybe your process is stretched out. No, whatever the process is, just know that it is a process, regardless of where you're going, regardless of what you're doing, regardless of what you're assigned to do. There is a process to everything in this life. Go through life knowing that it's a process that we must stop, and we must know that step by step. Step by step. Learn the process. Don't try to camouflage yourself. Don't try to camouflage your potential that you got it. If you did not get it, relearn it. Relearn it. Dip back into life. Dip back in there and come back out. Breathe. Come back out. Put on your bounce back muscle and come back out strong and learn the process. Define your purpose with the process. Yes, this, prioritize. We tend to do this all the time. We want to do so many things. So many things. Oh, I want to. You want to accomplish so many things. But it goes back to the same word I just used. Process. Take your time. This is the word. Dissect. Right here. Prioritize. Simple meaning for you to dissect things. Dissect things. That's all that is saying to you. Dissect things. If 100 things are thrown to you, you cannot accomplish 100 things at the same time. Dissect them. Piece by piece. My father used to look at me, and my father used to tell me, oh, yes, because I used to love to take pictures. I mean, I still love to take pictures. And he said, oh, but you always take pictures, but what happened? Or he would say, oh, you go to school and you learn this, but then what happened? And it's just a process. And he would say, you start something. And then I had this tendency where I would start something, but I never finish it. See, I used to start writing. I was always a writer. And I used to start writing. For many years, I start writing something, and I never finished writing it. You don't know how much I felt accomplished when I did my first book. Whew, my Lord. I felt so accomplished because throughout the years, I had myself in a position of writing things and never completed, of doing things and never completed. So I had this tendency to be in a position of incompleteness. But when I did my first book, I said, yes. I was so proud of myself that I accomplished something. I finished something. And that's all it is. Finish something that you start. Finish it. Do not wait. Do not sit there and say, oh, I started. Don't just start. We talk about the word proceed. When you proceed is where you're starting something. And once you start it, you must finish it. Do not leave it undone. That's exactly what it's saying. Undone. We don't want undone work. To be productive, You got to complete the work. You got to complete the work. Show some progress while you're doing this. Show some progress. It is showing progress that once you finish what you started, you're showing progress. Yes. Absolutely. Show progress. Provision. What is it that you are providing? And we've mentioned provider, but what is it that you are providing? And exactly what that word is, provision. What is it that you are providing? Provision is like giving service. You're giving solution. What is it that you are providing? You got to have something productive. You have to produce something to provide something. What is it that you are producing? If you are producing something, then you are making provision for somebody else, for yourself. God made provision for you, didn't he? Right now, I bet you that you have provision, and it don't have to be literal food, because sometimes we say provision and we think about food. Provision is you are stable. Your mentality is stable. Your emotions are stable. That is provision. You survive something. That is provision because God provided strength. Yes. You accomplished something. He provided inspiration. You accomplished being this. God provided the space for you. Provision is such a big, it might look little, but it's a big word because there's so many areas that you must look into to say there is provision. But what will you do with the provision that was provided for you? Share it. Share it. Profess who you are. You see the word, this is where professor came from, professora came from, because you are professing something, you're giving something, you're dashing out something to someone. Pro, I like the word pro because pro comes in between at the forefront, the Latin word over there, it comes right at the forefront to say that you are at service to something, you're giving something. Proactive, think ahead. You're providing something because you're thinking ahead. So you're professing your productivity. You're professing your intention. You're professing your goal. Go forward with your mentality that you are making provision, not only for your family, but for humanity. Let us think about humanity while we at it. Praise. And I like to praise those who are here for the very first time. I like to praise them. So if you're here for the very first time, please put your name in the comment section that you're here for the first time, because I like to praise people. Praising people is that you are acknowledging them. You know, your children, for those who are mothers, if your children do something good, you want to praise them. You want to let them know that I acknowledge you. I like what you're doing. Praise them. It helps build up their confidence, if you didn't know that. Praise your husband. Praise your partner. Praise your friend. Praise your girlfriend. Praise somebody. Yes. It's not that you're bowing down to them. It's not that you're worshiping them. You're praising them. You're acknowledging that they're there. They do something, praise them. They accomplish something, praise them. It's almost a form of celebration. So praise people, please. Praise yourself. Look in the mirror and praise yourself. They have a tendency that says practice make perfect, but it does not make perfect. Practice means you are learning. If you try to do something and you don't get it right, it's because you're practicing. You just practice it. For you to practice something is where you're going to be doing something. That is what it is. You're doing something. Practice to sew this. Practice to write this. Practice to learn a new language. Practice simply means you're stretching your potential into learning something. Practice to do this. Practice to love each other. Practice to be kind. Practice to smile. Practice to laugh. Practice to say hello. Practice. Practice is not leading up to perfection. Practice is just saying that it's a form of life, that it is in your DNA to practice to do something, to try and do something. It is not perfection. No, it is not. Practice makes perfect. No. You are already perfect. You are already perfect. So there's no practice to make perfect. Why would you want to make yourself over? No. You're already perfect. P is for pride. Pride. My parents used to say, have pride in yourself. Have pride in yourself. What does that even mean? And it took me a while to figure out what they were talking about. It's like having confidence in yourself. It's like show up right. Show up in the position. Show up with a pure mind. Show up being proud of who you are, where you're from, of what you survive. That's what it is. Be proud. Sit in a position of being proud. Don't let no one ship you out of your position of being proud. You accomplished something, be proud. If no one never told you that they're proud of you, tell yourself that you're proud of yourself. Please do. So be proud. Be very proud. Party! We should have a party. Yes. One Thursday night, we are going to have a party. So be prepared somewhere along the line. We are going to have a party at 7 p.m. We're going to have a party. Yes. Because I see Fran. I think Fran loves to party. So we're going to party with Fran. Please. We're going to have a party somewhere along the line right here on the Question Live show on a Thursday night. Yes, we do. So come with all your drink. Come with all your whatever, your party clothes. Let me know what you're wearing. Hey, I don't know. You might be on Zoom. We're going to have a party on a Thursday night. I don't know what Thursday it is, but we will have a party. Yes. Pardon. Pardon. It simply means that you are sorry. The Lord pardoned us when we sin against him. So why should we not pardon the next person who sin against us? And pardon your own self. Tell yourself that you are sorry. That's exactly what pardon means. I am sorry. Look in the mirror. Talk to yourself. They told you not to talk to yourself, but I'm encouraging you to do it. Talk to yourself. Look in the mirror and tell yourself, I am sorry for all the times I talk bad about you. For all the times that I put you down. For all the times I did not believe that you were capable of doing something. Pardon yourself. Please do. Partner. We could spend the next 2 hours talking about partner. Partner. Know the right partner for you. But for you to do that, you got to be in the right position. Get your mentality that everybody is not your partner. Everybody cannot be your partner. And the best partner is you and the Lord. The best part after Lord is you and yourself. And when you know yourself, then you can line up with the perfect partner. And that don't have to be sexual. It don't have to be a relation. It just have to be in partnership. It could be a business partner. It could be a sexual partner, relationship partner, friendship partner, whatever the partner is. Make sure that you are lined up within yourself in the right position to know that anybody that you partner with must align with you. If they're not aligning with your purpose, with your passion, then I'm to say the least. Just be careful of how you pick your partner or how you seek out your partner. Passover. Yes, sometimes I'm going to look at this word in a different light because we want to pass over the past. That's how I want to look at this word. I know it's a different. I know Georgia, you put that there as a different word, but I want to look at it. Go over your past. Learn your lesson and go over it. Move over your past. Get over your past. So we can be in the present. And produce like like the harvest. Produce like the harvest so you can have something to reap. Right now we're in 2023. What did you produce during all them years that passed that got you to 2023? We're in a season of 2023. Simply mean we're in a reaping season. Just to let you know, we're in a reaping season, a season of manifestation. But if you did not plant anything, you have nothing to reap. You got nothing. What did you produce? What did you produce? If you did not produce anything, at this very point in time, we are going to have a problem because there's nothing to manifest. We want to have a harvest. And when we have a harvest, we did produce something. We're bringing in a harvest. So what is it that you produce even in 2022? I'm just saying, that's just a question. I'm just trying to say, you have to have something that you produce. If you did not produce anything, you cannot reap a harvest. Be productive as time goes by. Be productive. In the pureness of everything, be productive. Be productive in your mind. Be productive with your hands. Be productive. When you are productive, then you have something to manifest. Be productive. Be precise in what is it that when you are going to produce something, remember, producing something is like planting a seed. And when you plant the seed, you're going to watch the seed grow. And when you watch the seed grow, you're going to get something from that seed. What is it that you're going to get from that seed? You're going to get a tree. When you get a tree, that tree might bear fruits. Yes. And then it will repeat and repeat and repeat. And the fruit should have seed. And then when it has seed, you go again and you do the same thing over and over. I was looking for a couple words that I did not see as of yet, but I am going to throw the words out. Potential. Possibilities. Possibilities. There's always possibility. Always. Promises. Always. Promise yourself that you will do better than yesterday. Simply means you got today. Promise yourself that you will stretch your potential. Promise yourself that you will be productive. Promise yourself that you will be in the present. Promise yourself that you have a passion, or two, or three, or four. Promise yourself that you have a purpose to fulfill. Promise yourself. But there's a word that I want to talk about before we wind down. There's a word. Let me see, before I do that, before I go into the word I want to talk about before I pause this episode, is the word that I want to talk about is, let's see if somebody got the prevail. Yeah, that's nice. I want to see if someone got the word that I have. Yes, define your purpose. Promise yourself something. Be good to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be kind is not a P word, but I want to say be kind. Just promise yourself that, to be kind to yourself. I am looking for a word. I don't see the word as of yet. And everybody have beautiful words. Everyone have a beautiful word, but I want to address something as I'm going to stretch this episode a little bit. I'm going to stretch this episode a little bit because I want to address this word. Hi, Sister Amina. I see you. I am so grateful for you that's up this late. I see all these up late people. They're in the UK and they're up very late. I appreciate your presence here. You are in the party? I'm in party. Party. I'm telling you, we're going to have a party on a Thursday night. But there's a word that I am looking for, and I'm going to address this word because we tend to fall into this category. Even when we become productive, no, I still don't see the word. Prepare. Yes, preparation is a key, but that's still not the word I'm looking for. Even when we produce something and we are productive and we have a passion and we have a purpose and we have all this pure mind and get to this point, paralyze ourselves. Well, it's almost like the word that I want to use. There's a word called poverty. Poverty. And it's a poverty mindset that I want to talk about. A poverty mindset is where you get to a point, no matter how productive you think you are, you have a poverty mindset where your mindset is as low. It's not about you not having, it's not about you eating out of the garbage. Poverty is not about the person eating out of the garbage or the person who is lacking something, the person who is under the bridge, the person who is sitting there begging. That is not poverty. Poverty is a mindset. It is a mindset. It is a mentality that you fall into. We fall into this category not because we are begging, not because we don't have water, not because we don't have materialistic things. It is a mentality that we are in even when we are at the highest peak of our success. Why? Because the way we were taught, the way we were raised, it could be in an environment that defined us that we cannot get out of it. But if you get out of the environment, literally, your mind is still stuck there. So you could be at the highest peak, but your mentality is still in a poverty mindset. I would like to encourage everyone to take a moment and evaluate themselves and see if they're in a poverty mindset where they're stingy, where they're selfish, where they don't want to share with others even a smile, where they're holding resentment. Poverty mindset will allow you to leave out the next person. Poverty mindset will allow you not to share with the next person. Poverty mindset will allow you to be that one that will say it's all about me. Poverty mindset, it is not healthy. It is not healthy. Poverty mindset is a way where we have to come to a point where we retrain ourselves. We got to relearn to learn the new things and define what is it that we are defining for ourselves, our purpose, our passion, and why we are here. That is all I'm going to ask you to do, is to go into that mindset. Change your mindset. Reverse some things so you can define for yourself. As an individual, personalize. We talk about personalize. We talk about that word. Personalize is you being a person. Go into yourself, your personal self, and see if you're in a poverty mindset. Here is a box, a pure white box. Inside of this box, no one knows what's inside of this box. I will not open the box to show you what's in there. This box signifies you. This box individualizes each and every one of us. This box is us. Inside of us, there are gifts and talents, potential, passion, purpose. No one can see them. No one can see what's inside of this box until I open the box. It is your responsibility to open your box so someone can see your potential. Open your box so someone can see your purpose. Open your box so someone can see your passion. Someone can see how you have prepared. Someone can see how much you have grown. Someone can see how pure you are. Someone can see how much you want to party. Someone can see how patient you are. Someone can see how you're protecting your space. Someone can see who you really are, your authentic self. Someone can see the position that you're in. Open your box and let someone see who you are. Someone can see how you perceive life when you open your box. If you don't open your box, no one will know what is hidden inside of you. No one will know how much you are here. No one will know what you will contribute to society. We are here as a people. We are here as a group. We are here as a family. Not only for ourselves. We start with ourselves, but we must grow as family. We must grow with the intention, with the potential to lift up each other, to support each other one way or the other. We must cherish each other. We must be kind to each other. Have peace. Be peaceful to each other. Love on each other. Acknowledge that they're there. Don't take no one for granted. And when you do such, that's when you will prevail, you will proceed, you will persevere, you will achieve the greatest of the greatest. And it's not about acquiring materialistic things. It's about acquiring a mentality of prosperity. It's about acquiring the mentality of peace. It's about acquiring the mentality of pureness. Then and only then, we will know exactly why we were born. Then and only then, we will know exactly what is our divine purpose. My dear family, thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being the person you are. I encourage you to look in the mirror. Take a moment and look in the mirror and acknowledge the person that is looking back at you. That person is pretty if you say that person is pretty. That person is pure if you say that person is pure. That person is exactly who you are. I want to thank you all for showing up. I want to thank you all for being a part of this platform here tonight, this session. This moment is yours. Be productive in this moment. Only then, if you're not productive, I can be productive for you. Everything starts and stops with you. You are your own self. You are the one to define your future. Your destiny lies within your hands. Don't forget that you, yes, you, all of you are individual. Everything starts and stops in the mind. Make sure your mind is at peace. As we pause this session, I want to thank you all for tuning in to this session tonight. Your presence here is not taken for granted and is not taken lightly. I acknowledge each and every one of you. Be you. And if you don't know who you are, seek to do that. I see a few new people here. Hi, Fra, Walter. Thank you. These are new people. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for tuning in. And don't forget, if you have a story, if you have a book, if you have work in progress, let us come together so we can grow together. But most of all, support each other. Thank you so much for tuning in. As I call each name, it's a lot. We have Paulette, we have Marianne, we have Miriam, we have Yasmin, we have Amina, we have Theda, we have Cheryl, Sharon, Georgia, Dr. Patient, Ifra, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Please excuse me if I'm not. Walter, we have Speak for Life, and we have Fran, and we have... And for those of you who did not put your name in, I thank you so much. Don't forget to go into your position to have a positive mindset. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Question Live Show with your host, moi, Verona Willis-Brown. I hope to see you next week. Same time, same place. Don't forget to smile. See you on the next go around.